Gurgaon Ki Awaaz is a community radio station in Gurgaon. It's a suburb of Delhi. The station is a platform for the voices of marginalized community groups in Gurgaon. That means communities that are marginalized primarily by the urbanization process in Gurgaon. So they are either marginalized economically or socially, or they are marginalized because of the urbanization process marginalizes their culture, their language. So if you see local villagers, they feel marginalized by the predominantly English-speaking community that has moved into Gurgaon. And you have the lakhs of migrant workers who are marginalized economically, and even they are not stakeholders in the local governance because they are not voters. So we represent those voices, which is a huge number. We may be leaving out half of Gurgaon's population, but we are still targeting 1.2 million people. The way the station runs is that we broadcast in Hindi and Haryanvi 22 hours a day. Every single team member is drawn from this community. So reporters, they have a range of educational qualifications. Some have not even finished class 12. Some have finished college. They are some live in the urban villages, which are in the center of Gurgaon, and some of them are coming from the rural villages, which are on the fringes, where actually they still have farmland and they're doing farming. So it's a mix. There is an age mix. It ranges from about 20 to about 40. That is the age band of the team members, and they're all living in and around Gurgaon, drawn from our target community because only they know what are the issues. And also when you are going back into the community to produce the program, they are your entry points. It is because they belong to that community is more comfortable being on radio, and they become familiar with the process, you know. So that is how we go about it. We don't broadcast any film music. Out of 22 hours a day, about 15 hours is music, but all the music is drawn from the community. So it is local Haryanvi folk music, Bhojpuri folk music, Oriya music, Bengali music, Uttarakhand music. It's music from any migrant community that is living and working in Gurgaon. If you look at there are many kinds of sustainability. Content sustainability is not an issue because we engage the community in such a large way that we have more ideas that we can possibly execute. So we come to the next part. There's a lack of resources. We have very limited advertising. Local advertisers are still a little kind of doubtful about the potential for community radio, low power FM to reach their customers. They are quite comfortable with cable TV advertising, which is the local form of advertising, but I think they are still to be convinced that low power FM can work. We have started a membership drive, which is kind of gaining momentum, but as somebody else mentioned, it is actually a very good form of mobilization. I don't think a community radio station, at least in Gurgaon, can run just on membership. So it has to be a part of the picture. So for us also it is a part of the picture, a very significant part of the picture, where we tell our community members that please support the community radio station by paying 1 rupee a day. And there are volunteers in different parts of Gurgaon, in the villages, in different areas, who are collecting 30 rupees a month from anybody who wants to become a member of the station and support it. And that has created a great kind of enthusiasm because listeners do feel that din mein 1 rupee to hum de sakte, you know. And that is one. Is then there is project grants where we tie up with say other NGOs, and we are executing projects, creating programming on specific themes, specific programs for which the funds are available, which works well, but I don't think that is a long-term solution. I don't think that is how a station should be driven. But I think in the short term, that is how it's going to go till there is enough local advertising through DABP and other sources which can support the station.